Right here in this courtroom, Diddy's victim just dropped a list of every rapper he allegedly destroyed. Names you'd never expect. And it's all under oath.
I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would masturbate and tell me what to do with Cassie. I was like a sex slave, okay?
We intend to name people in these lawsuits.
You just saw one of the gay mafia members. That's who he is. That's who Puffy is.
And of those 8, how many seemed to be potentially minors?
2 to 3, possibly 3.
Just when we thought we'd heard it all, new revelations emerge, pulling back the curtain on what truly happens behind closed doors in the music industry. In a shocking development, Jonathan A., who described himself as once being under Diddy's influence and control, has taken the stand in front of a federal jury, unveiling a list of high-profile names that he alleges were involved in private encounters with him and Diddy Combs. The testimony is a bombshell, to say the least. But that's not all. His revelations also included unexpected details regarding Cassie's alleged involvement, which has sent shockwaves through fans and the industry alike. As AA recounted his experiences, the courtroom reportedly fell silent, with every revelation adding a new layer to this unfolding drama. These claims could impact several well-known artists' reputations, creating a ripple effect that might change how we view some of the most influential names in music. If you're thinking that this is just a rumor, think again. AIE's statements were made under oath, which means that these allegations carry weight, and the public is now paying close attention to see where the truth might lead. Stay tuned as we dive deeper into this testimony. There's so much more to uncover in this intricate web of relationships and secrets that might just redefine how we understand this corner of the music world.
Diddy and Ross, which they good buddies, okay? They're gay.
Who?
Both. Diddy and Ross. And Khaled, they're all gay, okay?
DJ Khaled, Rick Ross, and P. Diddy?
Yeah.
They're all gay?
Yeah.
In May of 2018, a high-profile incident unfolded at Trump's National Doral Golf Course in Miami, involving an unexpected suspect, Jonathan A.I. After being taken into custody for his involvement in a shooting incident on the property, authorities conducted an in-depth interrogation to uncover the motives behind his actions. During this intense questioning, Jonathan made startling allegations that took investigators by surprise. He claimed that behind his alleged actions lay a complex web of coercion and manipulation. Jonathan asserted that he had been under significant influence, describing his experiences as deeply unsettling, and further suggested he was pressured by powerful figures within the Hollywood elite to act against his will. Among these figures, he mentioned Diddy, alleging that he was used in ways that compromised his autonomy, and even suggested he was directed towards certain actions by a network operating behind the scenes. These revelations, if proven credible, hint at an unseen side of the entertainment industry and raise questions about the reach and influence of certain industry circles. This case continues to capture public attention, with each new detail shedding light on a world hidden behind glamour and fame.
Combs.
Puff Daddy?
Yeah.
P. Diddy, whatever you call yourself these days. Yeah, go ahead.
I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would masturbate and tell me what to do with Cassie. I was like a sex slave, okay? For them, that's what I was. That's all right? I caught herpes, and I came back and I seen him for the herpes and won. But I seen the liquid cocaine, I drank it myself, having sex with Diddy and Cassie. Okay, it's not good. He drinks it all the time. Alright, he calls it GG, but it's liquid cocaine.
Alright.
I've settled $4.125 million with Diddy. I've settled $4.125 million with Diddy. Okay, but he's scared that I was going to expose him.
I don't want to talk about Diddy right now. I want to talk about you. Help me understand you. I mean, who?
An exchange of gunfire right out of a Hollywood action movie.
Police say on Friday he opened fire inside President Donald Trump's luxury hotel.
Sir, I'm ordering that you stay away from the Trump National Doral Hotel.
Police say that's where Odie stole an American flag from, and that he went into the lobby yelling anti-Trump remarks before shooting the ceiling and chandeliers. Police say he then got into a gun battle with responding officers.
The gun battle goes on for nearly a minute before Odie decides to make a run for it. Another camera capturing him still firing shots, even tripping on the marble floor. Odie was shot in the legs as he ran away and was arrested after running up a stairwell.
The accused gunman, Jonathan Oddie, faced a judge for the first time Monday.
Mr. Oddie, you were arrested for 5 counts of attempted second-degree murder of a law enforcement officer.
As we peel back the layers of Hollywood's vast and often murky underworld, a disturbing truth begins to emerge. Behind the glamour, the fame, and the music lies a world where power is used not only to shape careers, but also to manipulate, intimidate, and silence those who dare to oppose the people in control. One of the most prominent figures at the center of these allegations is Diddy, a man whose influence and reach stretch far beyond the music industry. While many know him as a mogul, a producer, and a businessman, there are dark, whispered claims about his role in facilitating not just career manipulation, but orchestrating violent acts, illegal activities, and abusive behavior that has long remained hidden from the public eye. Diddy's power, it seems, wasn't built purely on talent or business acumen. It was constructed from a network of connections, leverage, and a willingness to silence anyone who stood in his way. Those who dared to cross him or challenge his authority found themselves swiftly erased from the industry, their careers destroyed before they had a chance to flourish. This isn't just speculation. Many insiders, including former artists who worked closely with him, have come forward to share their unsettling experiences. These revelations are not just about what goes on behind closed doors, but about how deeply ingrained these practices are within the culture of Hollywood and how powerful figures like Diddy are often able to operate with impunity, using fear, intimidation, and coercion to maintain control. In a revealing interview on The Art of Deal, Lord Jamar, a respected rapper and founding member of the hip-hop group Brand Nubian, provided a candid and uncomfortable insight into the reality of Hollywood's power structure. When asked whether he believed there was a gay mafia in hip-hop, Jamar didn't hesitate to confirm it, explaining that there are indeed powerful figures in the industry who use their influence to control who gets to succeed and who gets shut down. Jamar's response shed light on a network of powerful individuals who, according to him, have been quietly pulling the strings in hip-hop and beyond. He went on to assert that Diddy, in particular, was one of the key members of this so-called gay mafia, an individual with substantial power behind the scenes, pulling the strings that determine who rises to the top and who gets left behind. Jamar didn't mince words, describing Diddy as a figure who, while not the ultimate boss, occupies a crucial position in this hidden network. He likened Diddy to a head of a family within the larger mafia structure, with various record labels and industry factions operating as different families, each with their own influence and control over the game. According to Jamar, labels like Bad Boy, Death Row, Arista Records, and Layface are all part of this extensive web, where success isn't just about talent, but about aligning yourself with the right people and playing by the unspoken rules of the game. It's a world where loyalty is everything, and anyone who challenges the status quo is swiftly pushed out, often without anyone noticing. However, Jamar's comments weren't just about power dynamics in the music industry. He also revealed that Diddy's downfall may have started when he made a bold move to sue a major liquor company, DeLeon. According to Jamar, that was when Diddy's influence began to wane. The rich and powerful figures behind the scenes, the true moguls of the business world, began to make it clear that Diddy had overstepped his bounds. Jamar pointed out that while Diddy might have believed he could maintain his position of power, those who truly controlled the wealth and resources showed him that he was nothing more than a player in their larger game. "You can tell black people you're a billionaire," Jamar said, "but you don't have the money like we got. Real billionaires?" Diddy's rise to power wasn't just about his industry savvy, it was also about his ability to use control and influence to maintain his position. If Diddy didn't approve of you, your career could be severely affected. His influence over the music industry was so extensive that few dared to challenge him, and any artist who disagreed with him often found themselves sidelined. This culture of pressure and control isn't something that's only been observed from the outside. Insiders like Freddie P., a former artist who once worked with Diddy, have come forward with disturbing accounts of how Diddy would use his influence to manipulate and pressure new talent. Freddie P. revealed that Diddy would use his power to isolate artists, distancing them from their friends and support systems, and pushing them into situations where they felt they had no choice but to comply with his demands. Freddie P. shared his personal experience in a revealing interview, describing how his relationship with Diddy became increasingly strained as Diddy's demands grew more unreasonable. Freddie recalled how Diddy would often remind him of who held the power, saying things like, "I own Miami, I run Miami," a statement that highlighted the extent to which Diddy's reach extended. Freddie went on to describe how he felt alone and isolated, with Diddy's constant pressure eventually leading to a breakdown in their professional relationship. For Freddie, it was clear that Diddy's behavior wasn't just about business. It was personal, designed to ensure that no one dared to step out of line. But Diddy's actions weren't limited to manipulating the careers of artists. In a concerning lawsuit filed by Houston-based attorney Tony Busby, it was revealed that Diddy had allegedly used his power and influence inappropriately. The lawsuit, which contains troubling details, claims that Diddy used his connections to pressure young individuals into compromising situations, often using his influence to force compliance in ways that made them feel powerless. The stories shared by the victims are unsettling, with one victim recalling how Diddy promised to help them become a star, but then manipulated them into a private meeting where they felt uncomfortable. Another individual, who was 15 at the time, was allegedly flown to New York City, given something that affected their ability to think clearly, and taken to a private space where they were made to feel unsafe by multiple people. These allegations are not isolated, as other individuals have come forward with similar stories of being manipulated and pressured by Diddy and those in his circle. One victim described attending a dinner with Diddy in Miami, only to wake up disoriented and with no memory of the events that occurred the previous night. These disturbing accounts paint a terrifying picture of a man who, despite his public persona, is accused of using his wealth, power, and influence to control, manipulate, and abuse those who came into his orbit. But Diddy's legal troubles don't end with these allegations, with a recent indictment now bringing attention to the people who helped as Enable He attorney representing the victims has made it clear that this legal battle will not be won quietly. "We intend to name names," Busby said, "and we're not going to stop until justice is served." The upcoming trial promises to reveal the names of the individuals who helped Diddy perpetuate his abuse, exposing a hidden network that has long operated in the shadows. The stakes of this case couldn't be higher, and the revelations to come could have far-reaching implications for the entertainment industry as a whole. The trial's public nature ensures that these hidden figures, who have long lived in the shadows, will be forced to face the consequences of their actions. This case is no longer just about Diddy. It's about accountability, transparency, and the people who have enabled this culture of abuse to continue unchecked for far too long. As the truth finally begins to surface, it will become clear just how deep the corruption goes and how far people in power are willing to go to protect their own interests.